have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Jensen. And this is Simpson with a catch. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, Jensen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Jensen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 1st and 10, Jensen. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jensen. That is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it around.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, Jensen. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. first carry for Leonard Fournette. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Fournette. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Murray. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Third down, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jags have taken the early lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Gone! Here we go now. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun. Jensen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Here we go.
To throw on third down. Jensen. Throw left side complete. It's Simpson. Look at the dance and the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jensen, and incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again. Jensen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 3rd down, Jensen. Got his target, Samuel.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Jensen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Over! Gun!
Operating from the gun, Jensen eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
To throw on 3rd down, Jensen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. From the gun, Jensen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on 1st down. Murray. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jayon Brown in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Murray. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Murray. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Jaguars. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again. Jensen. Right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Gone! 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 Gone!
On 3rd down, Jensen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things keep.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Gone! Gone! Gone!
Following the fumble recovery, Jensen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they give this time to the tailback. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Ravens on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough third and 18. Operating from the gun. Jensen. Simpson reels it in over the middle. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Jensen. His throw incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Gun! Detroit!
From the gun, Jensen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Operating from the gun, Jensen. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Detroit!
On 1st down, Murray. Throwing left, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Murray now, flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Over!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down. Jensen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jensen steps away to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So that'll back him up 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Jensen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Well, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Able to spin free.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
On 1st and 10, Jensen able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Jensen Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16.
Gone! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Jensen. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Detroit!
From the gun, Jensen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
The final shot before break. Murray, flush to his right. Pass incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Murray, caught right side, Davis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Off the play fake. Murray. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Over! Gun! Detroit!
To throw on second down. Jensen. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Dante Fowler in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Jensen, throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw on third down. Jensen escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. Off-play action. Jensen. That's Samuel, caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
On first down, Jensen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Looking to throw on second down. Jensen, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Ravens on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is third down and 12. Operating from the gun. Jensen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence. And he's
got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Over the middle, complete. It's Powers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Detroit!
To throw on second down. Murray got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Murray. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jayon Brown in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Leopard!
The pitch to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery. Jensen looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win.
Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
A give to the fullback on the dive. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch it now, Barney! Gun! Hot!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st and 10, Murray. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jayon Brown bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off the play fake. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Detroit!
Off play action. Murray. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
No. Check. Patriot!
On 4th down, Murray. Throw right side, caught by Davis. 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. It's the fullback. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
We'll
see if they dial it up this drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. First down, Jensen. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on third down, Jensen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gone! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So a good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Pushes him over. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Now, back in my old days, before college, I played a little bit of offense. I used to love to pitch the ball to my backs. How about that pitch right on that play?
Yeah, going right. People run to the right more than to the left, I think, real life and in video games.
That is true. A lot of offenses constructed to run to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Those big tackles, usually your power blockers.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
No. Check. Patriot!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On third down, it's Henderson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that's going to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jensen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's to his running back, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Green 39! Green 39!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were,